A flexible workforce, so that if a woman wants to do something to take care of family members or step out of the workforce, that we can use the technology to help them to be able to continue to work so they don't fall behind on the experience end. Because if they fall behind on the experience end, then their wages aren't where they ought to be. Right. And so the whole key is, and then when it comes to the troubles that many women have on, for example, with daycare, we need to think about the tax credit for daycare. We need to think about the things that will build a stronger family. But in terms of the gender equity for your daughter, I mean, the key is experience and have a system that is flexible enough so that I can work from home, that I can continue to contribute, and I can contribute to be important, and I can continue to get experience, because without it, I'm not going to get the wages, and that's not acceptable. This is the 21st century. And by the way, let me have that little phone there. This is where government falls. You see this? When my daughters were, I think they were 11, I was down in Florida with them, and they said, "Daddy, what's that thing over there? That box over there?" I said, "Well, that's where the two reasons it's there. One, that's where Superman changes his clothes. And secondly, that's where we used to make phone calls." They're like, "Really?" Yeah. Everything is moving at the speed of light. The constantly connected consumer. I mean, I'm FaceTime my girls last night. I remember when my mother told me, 100 years ago, "Johnny, the time's going to come when people are going to be able to see you." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, Mom." I mean, we FaceTime for free. When you think about transportation, everything's changing. We're going to have the autonomous car pretty soon. Think of the lives that's going to save. And think about the strain that will take after mom and dads when their 16-year-olds start driving. And medicine is changing. The only thing that doesn't change is government. And we need to modernize it. We need to Uberize the government. And part of that is to recognize the reality of what life is like for families today in the 21st century. So what I would tell you is we need to make sure that companies have the flexibility and the incentives to be able to do the things that I talked about. But I want to tell you one other thing about a 19-year-old. Thank you. I get more phones this way. You know what young people want to believe? They want to believe that they can change the world. Young people want to believe that they can be idealistic. Young people want to believe that they can be hopeful. Young people want to believe that they can save our country. Young people believe that they can be the glue that reignites the spirit. And that's how we have to talk to young people, not just about the education, we should, or the future workforce, but their role in the world, because they're special. And when they hear it, they get excited. So when you get home tonight, you say, John Kasich said that you were made special, and what are you going to do to change the world? Because you can do it. He told me that he believes that you can do it. And see what she says. Does she come home, or she's not coming home? She's at Appalachian State having the time of her life, Mom. Okay, way in the back. What is that?